Hi, I'm Laura Weinberg. I'm a Universal Life Minister. I'm also a certified practitioner of religious science with New Thought principles. New Thought is not a religion or an organization. It's just a way of thinking. It's the understanding that there's one unified field, one infinite intelligence, one divine energy everywhere, and it also flows through us, and divine thought is a force for good. I am also the founder of the Fairfield Spiritual Center. You can learn more about that at www.fairfieldspiritualcenter.org. Today is May 11th, 2019, and I would like to talk about living consciously. We know that God is a universal power, a universal force, true love essence. Everyone, no matter who they are, saint or sinner or anywhere in between, without any judgment or any labels, is that God essence, has that God essence within them. Because there's only one. And in that oneness, through that oneness, life is created. So we can just go along in our life and live unconsciously, live in a reactive mode to everything around us, or we can begin to wake up and live a conscious, intentional life by making conscious choices and seeing the divine love within it all. We have been given free will. Most of us go along in reactive mode, blaming others in the outside environment for whatever we do not like. But it is our choices, our concepts or belief systems that we have made somewhere along the line that is being manifested with all love. Everything that happens in our life is for our good, with all love. Now, this is not the time to analyze or worry about where things might have come from. All of us have acquired some concepts or beliefs about ourselves throughout our life, either from our parents, our siblings, our friends, teachers. Someone somewhere has said something that we have accepted as truth about ourselves. But if it is not a quality of God, which is all positive, all good, then it is not truth. There is also what we call the race consciousness, the human race consciousness, that has accepted certain truths on this planet, and those thoughts can float around in our mind. So any thoughts not in alignment with good are not supportive to us. Since God is all love and the universal law gives us whatever we want when we have our attention and intention on something, then knowing this, we can choose to be happy in every moment. So, what choices do we want to make? I suggest we all start thinking about this. Let's do some conscious thinking and make some conscious choices. Happy or not happy? Complaining or not complaining? Are we in alignment with our higher good, our highest self, or not? No judgment, no feelings of guilt, just greater and greater awareness. What do we want to put our attention on? We know that what we resist persists, and that we attract what we put our attention on. Then it would follow that if we complain or find fault or are unhappy and continue to go around and around and around on our stories, then we continue to attract what we do not want. With that said, if we can attract what we do not want, Then, in the same way, we can attract what we do want. We can choose to be bothered, or we can choose to be happy in the depth of our being, regardless of outside circumstances, right? So, let's just begin with having more awareness of making conscious choices throughout our day, every day. Let's watch what we put our minds on, what we emotionally rehearse over and over again. I'm not saying that we deny anything that's happening. We recognize it, but we don't dwell on it. Like, for instance, my husband has 2 photos here of flowers. This one is flower swirls. It's going around and around and around. It's like our swirling mind with all its thoughts. What flower, what thought do we want to pick from the swirl, from the mix? Do we want a wilted, decayed one? Or do we want a beautiful, full, rich one? Like these beautiful flowers. It is our choice which flower, which thought we want to water in our life. One exercise we can do to bring more awareness is what is called 7-day mental diet. We can just make a check on a note paper, a little scratch paper, maybe something in our cell phone, something. Anytime we say something negative or are complaining. This is not to judge ourselves. You don't have to tell anybody about it. It's just to become more and more aware of what we put our mind on and what words we say. So just consider doing this for 7 days and see what you find out. Because with awareness, that's our first step. Then we can make changes. Then we can make better choices for ourselves. We can ask ourselves, are we in alignment with God? Are we in alignment with good? There's only good in the mind of God. Out of the nothing, out of the no thing, of the invisible, that's where form comes from. Out of nothing, the invisible takes form. What form do we want to take? It's our choice. We can choose the highest. We can choose God, the qualities of God. We can choose love, joy, harmony. This is how we change ourselves. This is how we change the world. Next month, I want to talk about the threefold creative process of the universe, so that we can have a greater understanding of how our thoughts actually take form. But right now, let's affirm together the truth of our being. Say after me, with feeling and expression. I am love. I am joy. I am harmony. I am beauty. I am peace. I am all good. And so it is. Amen.